I just wanted to take a few minutes. It's New Year's Eve, and just kind of wanted to do a check-in for end of this year. So my first 6 months cash budgeting ran into a few setbacks this year, honestly, but overall I'm really happy with how things have gone. And so like setbacks, let's see. So first thing that happened was let's see. There was a few things. So right after I started my journey cash budgeting, we needed a new air conditioner, and I had budgeted for that, and I was also doing a renovation downstairs. So those two renos I had kind of budgeted a certain amount for, and then I ended up having to dip into extra savings to pay for those things because they went over budget. And then also we needed new eaves troughs. Then the tires on my car went. I needed a battery for the car. And then just this last couple months I've been called for surgery. So I'm actually off work right now on disability. And not sure what's going on with that because my first disability paycheck has been delayed. So there's a bit of a catch up in the paperwork. So we're going to see how this year starts off. But anyway, I do have some money put away. So I'm not going to touch on that too much this video. We'll see what happens next video, next week, because that'll depend how I divvy up my cash. So anyway, so I still have my two binders here. I have my variable expenses, my sinking funds, and then my long term. So what I've done is I've divided a couple of my categories up. I've condensed some of them, and I've got some new savings challenges that I want to go through with you guys for next year. So we are going to start with that. So let's start with the purple binder here. And so what I did is, what works for me is, instead of having a whole bunch of variable spending categories, I like to just have one. So what I normally do is I will just have spending for myself, and out of my spending I will take groceries, anything we need for the house, any like incidental expenses, and then I try also to do anything like for the pets, that kind of thing, out of this envelope as well. If I run short, I do dip into my sinking funds, but I try to use my sinking funds kind of more as an emergency for those categories. Like, we ran out of dog food, and I usually buy large amounts of dog food, so I dipped into that rather than using this money. But like this week I needed cat food, I just pulled it out of our spending. So one of the things that I've noticed with my spending, though, that I am tending to go over budget with is eating out. So my mom, love her to death, she loves going out for lunch with us, and often she waits for me to pay, which is okay, she's my mom, but sometimes it gets expensive, right? When you go out for pizza, it's $40, and I haven't really budgeted for that. So one of the things that I wanted to do next year is I want to add in a food category. So this category here is simply going to be for eating out. I haven't changed the label on there. Food is food, So basically what I'm going to do is, at the end of the month, I'm going to add a little bit, and then also use some of my rollover from my spending to put into eating out. Just because I do find that this is an area where I'm struggling, and I think I need to set some more limits. So Marcus still has his category. This is what I pull his variables from. So for instance, the other day he wanted some chips and pop to have a little sleepover with his friends, so I was able to pull it out of here and still able to treat him and stuff. So that is going to stay the same. So the next one that I have is gifts, and this one here I was trying to use kind of a vacation or like holiday kind of thing, and pull for Christmas and all of our holidays out of it. Well, my son's birthday is in December, and then I had Christmas, so I actually ran short and had to pull money out of my Splurge envelope to make up what I was short for Christmas. So this year, this is simply going to be for like vacation or holidays, like Christmas, Halloween, birthdays, any special occasions, and I've got a separate envelope for Christmas. So fun. This envelope has come in really handy. I was able to take my son on a little staycation, and it was really fun. We haven't been traveling in the last couple of years, and we were able to get a hotel room at the water slides, and yeah, it was really great. So I want to make that a priority this year, to be able to do a little staycation with him, probably at Easter time again. He said, Mom, we need to save for this. So I'm like, he wants to save, so great, we're gonna do this. So And then health, this has been great. Still, I'm using this to pay for my co-pays. I have to have a crown done this year on one of my teeth. So I'm going to be kind of trying to bulk this up to pay for my co-pay, which is going to be about $600 for that crown. So pets, this is actually getting bulked up a little bit. My kitty needs to go get spayed, and I'm hoping to make that appointment first thing in the new year because we have enough in here now for her spay and her shots. So car, as you guys know, I'm still trying to learn to drive, so this one here has also kind of been like taking money out if we need taxis or my driving license, but I don't want to change the title on this because eventually this will be for car and car maintenance. I haven't quite decided what to do for gas yet because I'm not really paying for a lot of gas, like, because I'm not driving that much. So, you know, I put a tank of gas in and it lasts me like 6 weeks. So anyway, but I have been pulling my gas out of there when I need it. So the next one is clothes. Yeah, I need some new clothes. Just kind of waiting for spring to come, and then I'm gonna go, I really need some new shorts and a new spring jacket, so I'm gonna be using some of this, but this one is actually fully funded. Crafts, I kind of depleted this. I bought a new tripod for my YouTube channel, and I also bought a happy planner, so I depleted that one. Next one is giving, and this one here is again just for like helping with fundraisers, you know, if somebody is needing money, if I need to, you know, the one thing I do with this is I work every other weekend, and I have started on Sunday nights bringing in a treat for the girls that I work with. It's been a real morale booster, you know, as a nurse, when you're working with your CCA, sometimes it's nice to treat them and say thank you. So they've really been appreciating that, and so I want to keep adding to this so that I can do that. Last time I brought in Pringles and pop, and everybody was like, I might as well brought them like diamond rings. So anyway, and then my splurge envelope, this one has been depleted because this was kind of our backup for Christmas, but this is my rollover, and I have a few things I want to get out of here this year, but we'll see. I've got other priorities too. So anyway, so that's that envelope. Now let's get into some challenges and some savings. So we're gonna count I did the $1,000, like okay, so story time. So I had started out with a $1,000 box and like with envelopes and stuff. I've actually kind of taken a break from using my envelopes the last few months because of something that happened. So again, full disclosure here, guys, and I want to be honest and start a discussion on this because I'm sure I'm not the only one this has happened to. I was very religiously using my envelopes and putting the cards away. Then in about October, November, I found out that my son had been stealing from me. So there was a couple times where it was a large amount of money. There was $100 missing out of my savings challenge. Never did find out where that went to, but I did find a lot of stuff from the convenience store in his bedroom. Then another night, I got a call from a local pizza restaurant asking me how I was going to pay for the rest of the tab that I wasn't able to pay for the night before. Confronted my son, and he confessed to me that he had taken $40 out of my envelope and ordered himself a pizza. He didn't see this as stealing because it was money that I had set aside and he was hungry. So we had a talk about like, you can't take money without asking. But you know what, you guys, like, yes, it's my fault. I should have had my envelopes a little bit more secure, but he's 14 and it's a temptation, right? And also he hears me talking about budgeting, and so he did pay me back the money that he took for the pizza. He worked it off. He did a lot of chores around the house. He washed the cars. He went and he mowed the neighbor's lawn. He paid me back. But he learned a lesson, I think, because he hasn't done it again. But my trust in him is lower, and now I'm kind of afraid to be using my cash, so I need to get my confidence back up. So anyway, what I had done is I moved this from my savings box into my envelopes so that I could keep better track of it. So anyway, so I didn't quite make it, you guys, but we're gonna count this and see how I did. So I think I should have $800 in here. So we're just gonna take a quick count. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 50, 500, 50, 600. Let me just move this over. I'm still pretty proud because I just started this like in June and had some money go missing. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So this is 700. 720, 740, 60, 70, 80, 90, 800, and 5 and 10. So $810. So I did pretty good. So anyway, this money here is actually going to go, I'm going to use it towards a debt snowball. And I looked at my cash. This is going to allow me to pay off all my credit cards. So I have now gotten rid of all of my credit card debt, which is now going to let me focus on the loan that I had to take out for the RV, as well as making some bigger payments on my student loans this year. So like, go, right? So that was what I was managed to save. So I'm gonna put that in the bank. So anyway, so this challenge is finished. So I'm gonna take that out. So it was good though. It was a good start. Home, let's see where we ended up with in home. So I have 500 in the bank, 20, 35. We needed a heater for the basement, so I did have to pull some money out of here to get an electric heater for the basement. I'm not sure if I'm happy with it or not though. We'll see. Emergency. So, this one here I haven't had to pull from, but this may end up coming in handy if I don't get my disability payment on time, so might have to borrow some money for myself. So we have 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 10, 15, 915. So almost to 1,000 with that one. So travel, I don't think we're traveling this year. I haven't quite decided if we're gonna, I mean, you might use this towards like RV costs and stuff, but I'm just going to keep building on it and we'll see what happens. So 500, 1,000 in the bank, 20, 40, 55. So travel has $1,055. RV. So I did get a spot for the RV for the summer. It's going to cost me $2,000. So I've got some plans to pay for that. So we have, oh, my money is all out of order in this envelope. Let's see, we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 50, 160, 170, 180 in RV. So I do need to pay for our seasonal spot. I'm gonna have to pay for insurance on the RV plus stock it. So Marcus's savings, he has been really good about putting his allowance away. He lost some of his money and kind of scared himself, so I've been holding on to it. So he has $20, $40, $60, $70, and he also has $320 and $330 in the bank. So he has I'm gonna put that in the bank for him, so he has $400 in the bank. And then my bank return, what I have been doing with this is just if I do pay something on my credit card, I've been paying myself back. Like I said, I've been really, really bad, so my goal is to not do that this year and to really start focusing on my cash so that I'm more accountable for my spending. So, all right, so here are my new challenges, you guys. So we have I had a 100 envelope one here. I'm not sure where it went. So my Christmas savings, each one of these boxes is going to be $10, and I am going to make a goal of saving $800 for Christmas. I don't know if I'll need the whole amount, but I'm going to set high and go with that. So then I also have a new rollover envelope here to start saving my $5 rollover. My goal with this is to try to start encouraging myself to use cash so that I can add to this envelope. So yeah, those are my two savings challenges. And then I knew I had another one. I had to go look for it because it was missing. I have started my 52 envelope savings challenge. So my goal for this one is to actually complete this in, I'd like to complete it in Q1, but you know, if I can finish it by June, I'm happy. So this will give me just over $1,300. And then I will have that money hopefully to help pay for our seasonal, or the other thing is I might use it to pay off some of my line of credit on the camper, but this is going to go towards camper expenses anyway. So, yeah. So there we go. So I have those, and I decided to keep that in my binder just for safekeeping. So we're gonna add these in. Where should we put these? You know what, let's put them right at the front so that I know where they are. So, you know what, guys, overall this has been a really great year. You know, I didn't pay off as much of my debt as I was hoping, but I'm really hoping my goals for this year are to continue to pay for things with cash and not accumulate any more debt, and also to make a dent into the debt that I do have. And you know what? I did more of that this year than I would have had I not been doing the envelopes. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming on this journey. It's exciting, hey? I love watching all your videos and seeing how well you're doing with your savings challenges and following along. So anyway, have a great night, guys. Talk to you soon. Happy New Year.